afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching WI TV. It's another edition of News Review brought to you by Wisdom Yard Online TV. I am Odunayo Adelere. And with me in the studio I have...
I'm Ambassador Rochimorilua, son of the prophetess. The man where is Mbuwike. Odunayo, nice having me in the studio.
Thanks for joining me in the studio today, sir. You know how we do it on the News Review. We bring to you news that made it to the top. And we'll go on a short commercial break. When we're back, we'll talk on the ones we feel we should discuss. And we will not be the only one talking. You can also drop your own comments in the comment section. A big shout out to our sponsor, Nokpa, that has always been staying by us, standing through for us. Thank you so much. We really appreciate. And a big shout out to the CEO of this company, person of Prince Dr. Noah Adeleke Oshe. Thank you very much, sir. We really appreciate. So on the first newspaper that we will be talking on today, I have Punch newspaper. Slain soldiers left 21 orphans, 10 widows, Chief of Army Staff. Slain soldiers' children get federal government scholarship. Assassination allegation, my voice not distorted, says Gani Adams. Hospital shuns Sanwo-Olu's directive, detains mother over delivery bill. And on Vanguard newspaper I have, Tinubu gives scholarships, houses to children, family of 17 soldiers killed in Delta. We will hold military responsible if anything happens to Clark, Ijo youth. Tinubu passionate about enhanced healthcare delivery. That's a Shetima saying that. Aiyedatiwa nominates 12 new commissioners. And on Daily Post I have, bandits kill chief imam, abduct skulls in Zamfara community. Ramadan, Governor Buni pardons 33 inmates in Yobe. Kano State government subsidizes Hajj fare. And lastly, I have Kwara NSCDC deploys 3,300 officers for Easter celebration. These are the news that made it to the top today. Let's go on a short commercial break. When we're back, we'll talk on the ones we should talk about. Stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
When life breaks into the beautiful splendor of nature, and the kids can't just resist the temptation to explore to its zenith with the full assurance that the perfect backup is on the way for a perfect refilling. Nokpa, we always come to the rescue anytime, anywhere, any day, anyway, anyhow, round the clock. The family just can't get a better companion aside Nokpa. Nokpa Abba Mixture, the family's best bet.
With Nokpa, healthy living is guaranteed for me and my family.
Nokpa for management of power.
You're welcome back from that short commercial break. That is our sponsor, Nokpa. Is there any Nokpa you need? We have the Nokpa Abba Mixture, Abba Bitter,
Abba Bitter, Abba Cool, Abba Fluxure,
Abba Energy Powder,
Abba Mixture.
Anyone you need, just send a DM or you can just call the number that is showing on your screen. Yours is to order, ours is to deliver. Yeah, the first one here I have updated. Slain soldiers' children get federal government scholarships.
Well, I want to thank the President of the Nigerian Federal Republic of Nigeria and the first son of Bola Ahmed Tinubu for a good job well done, because most of our soldiers today that put effort in fighting crime, at the end of the day they died in the area of the save the country in an active service. At the end of the day, when you look at their wife, their family, their children, there's nothing to write off. But if this one is coming at this point in time, I believe the soldiers that are still alive will be able to put more effort into what they are doing. So kudos.
Somebody was even saying this thing yesterday, because I think it was yesterday that they were talking about their burial. The person was saying if another officer, like a boss, emerges in their area of work, that is in the military, and once he just gets to the barrack, he will tell you that all their family should just vacate the barracks. Their husband are no more, like they don't belong to them. I think with what the federal government has done by giving their children scholarships, and not just scholarships, they even gave houses to their family. So I think it's actually a good one. They should not stop on that, because
it's also a welcome idea.
They can no longer see their husband
again.
So I think they still have a lot of work to do, because every year they need to replenish these people so they won't have the feelings that
I believe the president will put those ones in measure. If this one is a starting point, I believe more of it are still coming their way.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on Wednesday conferred national honors on 17 members of the Nigerian Army who were killed in Delta State on March 14, 2024. This was as he announced the provision of housing facilities for the surviving family members and scholarship for all their children to the university level. Not even to
the university level.
To the university level.
Good idea.
He also directed the payment of death benefits to the family members within 90 days.
90 days, yes.
Not even in 2 days, in 2 years or...
Within 90 days.
He announced this during the burial ceremony of the slain servicemen at the National Military Cemetery in Abuja. Tinubu posthumously conferred the national honor of the member of the Order of the Niger on the commanding officer 181 Amphibious Battalion, Lieutenant Colonel A.H. Ali, Major S.D. Shafar, N/1397, Major D.E.O.B. N/14395, and Captain U. Zakari, N/16348. So I think what this man has actually done since he marched as the president of Nigeria, I won't lie, I think I really love this one he has done. Something like this, I don't think it has happened in the history of Nigeria.
Well, I couldn't count a time that we are having this kind of thing. Why you see a lot of most of our military men that have served this nation, even those that fought Biafra war, are supposed to be getting their entitlement. They go out there lining on a line beam. They call them for an exercise. They say maybe they believe most of them have died. Or they come for an exercise. At the end of the day, most of them died without even receiving their entitlement. And these are some of those people that fought for the peace and unity of this country.
For the fact that these people are even risking their life to leave their family. Do you know how many months some people leave their months? Am I saying months?
You are talking about the yes. You know there was a video that went viral some months back. A soldier man, a guy that was in the Sambisa forest for good 11 months. That said he wanted to go and coming out to say he wanted to go and visit his family. How much is his salary? He said his salary was 50,000 now. Getting to the park, the vehicle that is going to convey him, the transport fare was 30,000 now. He said, how is he going to do that? And he has been sending with the little stipend that he was collecting.
He will send
to the family at least for them to know that he is still alive in the service. And so the guy now came out in the video that went viral that said, well, he has to go back because he doesn't have the money for the transport fare for good 11 months.
Honestly, we really need to give kudos to those that are at the war front that actually.
They are really trying. They need to be encouraged. It's not a matter of voting the money for them. At the end of the day, when the money gets to their general, the general won't be able to do what he's supposed to do to encourage those boys. Because most of their bosses, they sit back at the office while the boys.
Put these people to the war front,
you send them to the war front, and the necessary instrument that is supposed to be given to them were not being given to them.
So all this, somebody was actually showing me something that when these people are actually in the rain, they were inside their vehicle, inside the forest. I think they got the information that probably some bandits are there, so they need to go there to actually take over that place from the bandits. You need to see the way they were. Their face was, they were distressed and all that, but still, they still did not tell you they were tired, that they cannot go. They still had to go. So I think the federal government still really need to put a lot of work.
Work together.
They shouldn't wait till when they die.
When they die, before you take care of them. Those that are still alive.
Take care of them now.
Yes,
not until when one celebrates fallen heroes or all that.
Those that are still alive, you should look into their welfare. Make sure you take care of them. That one will even give them the energy of pressing forward in the area of discharging their duty.
I really say, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you've done a very good job, and you can still do better concerning the military aspect. The second one, I have President Tinubu passionate about enhanced healthcare delivery. Who says this? Shettima, Vice President. There was a time somebody said, since the emergence of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the president, I did not hear Shettima talk once like this.
He has been talking. No.
I asked the person, okay, what do you want him to say?
He has been talking. Maybe the person in question has not been updated, or he has not been current in the
aspect of politics.
Politics. But Shettima has been talking. I believe if Shettima is coming out that President Tinubu is doing all his best to at least to bring the
enhanced healthcare delivery is ready to help us out.
Well, he's the vice president. He cannot say anything that is against his boss. I believe that.
Sure. The Vice President, Senator Kashim Shettima, has identified enhanced care delivery as a top priority in the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu renewed hope administration. According, he said that the federal government will support the training of personnel in its teaching hospitals and other tertiary health institutions in the country to meet emerging challenges of the healthcare delivery. If we check most of the problems we have in Nigeria, when we go to educational aspects, we'll go to the healthcare sector. When we go to the healthcare sector, then we can start talking about the lights, the good roads, and all that. And I think all these things should be put in place. Failure to put all these things in place is going to actually affect the administration. Now, Senator Kashim Shettima, the Vice President, is now coming out saying the number one priority of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, it is renewed hope. Number one, he's not even saying the petroleum or that. He's not talking about the good road. He's not talking about the health care.
The health, because health is wealth. When you are okay, you'll be able to carry out your daily activities.
Exactly. And it will not be a situation where I will just go to the hospital and they will just tell the person that because we lack this thing in the hospital, that's why this person died and all that. So President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is actually, the Vice President gave the assurance on Wednesday when he received an audience at the Presidential Villa, the management of the University of Maiduguri Teaching Hospital, led by its Chief Medical Director, that is Professor Ahmed Adijo. Senator Shettima, who commended the current management of the institution for the giant stride recorded over the years, said the current administration is committed to supporting human capacity development in hospitals across the country. He said training is very essential. We will explore all available windows to support the other teaching hospitals in the country. In the training of the personnel, we will see how our partnership with the private sector can be helpful in this regard. If they do all these things, I don't see reason why one of the government officials will force it and all the next thing they want to do is fly out of the country.
Fly out the person. You could recall the issue, the case of Ekere Madu.
Yeah.
Ekere Madu has been in the Senate House for a very long time. I believe Ekere Madu has the right and the opportunity to invest in the sector in its own state. If that has been done, when he wanted to do this.
You know why Ekere Madu's case, I don't really want to use that one as an example. If Ekere Madu has actually done something like that in his state, would have successfully carried out this.
Nobody would have known anything about it.
For as many people that are out there that want to do something good in the country, to actually use it for their own benefit, I'm praying personally that it will not work out.
Let me tell you this. You see, no politician in Nigeria, I don't know the area of this Renew Hope. If you look at the politician, their slogan was that no permanent friend in politics, no permanent enemy in politics. You see a set of people from PDP migrating to APC because APC is at the upper hand. You see a lot of people coming from APC to PDP because PDP is at the upper hand. Why? Because they believe they will still have something to eat or something to benefit from when they camp and encamp. So then this one will give you the assurance that these politicians have nothing good to offer to the people, except you see anyone that have God-fearing.
Excuse me, sir. Let's leave the aspect of God-fearing. If I were to be in their shoes too, I can't imagine I want to contest for the post of a president now, paying a sum of 100 million naira for it. For the fund. When I get there, what do you think I'm going to do?
Yes, let me tell you this. There are some set of people they will need to pay the price. For people, at least, for people to enjoy the benefit of the government. There are some that are like that. And there are some, they don't mind what it takes. Even if they have the opportunity, there's an opponent that wanted to disturb them, they don't mind taking the opponent off for them to emerge into that seat that they are contesting for. But there are some, that is why I said, except we see a God-fearing somebody that got there, that don't even think of the pain that he went through, or the money he spent.
That God-fearing person can be somebody that actually stood on his own. Not even saying because though he has the money, but you need somebody like the people they call Godfatherism.
Godfatherism.
If that person does not have such a person, then I would say that person can actually work in Nigeria and be successful. But if such a person is not in Nigeria, Like if such a person is in Nigeria, I don't think the person can work because with that Nigerian politics is God for that reason.
Yes, let me tell you this. Let me open up to all our viewers all over the world. For those that are watching right now and those that are still going to watch. They are still going to watch it. After this program, I still believe that we still have God-fearing people in the politics.
I am not saying there is no God-fearing.
You understand what I'm saying? That's why the fact. Okay,
so I'm sorry to cut you short, sir. Let's take the case of former president of Nigeria. That is in person of Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. We all know that he had good intention of making Nigeria get better. Yes. Only if we don't want to speak the truth. But the truth be told, we all know he had good intention. But when he got there, who were those in his cabinet? Who were those in his cabal? Same thing as the past president, Muhammadu Buhari.
Let me tell you.
We know what happened.
The past president, the former past president,
that's
President Muhammadu Buhari doesn't have anything good to offer to the whole Nigeria. His campaign then was to fight corruption. At the end of the day, he fought corruption. Those money. They later
used it against him.
What the money that were being recovered? What was the money used for? Till now,
sir,
nobody knew.
Sir, ever since former President Buhari left the seat, see everybody they've been calling to questioning. EFCC has been raiding. Emefiele has been going to court as a go. Sir, have you ever heard them calling President Bola, former President Muhammadu Buhari?
You know, have you ever seen any president, any former president, past president with them?
The man has not had case.
They have been called to come out to questioning.
Everything that Emefiele has been saying that it was it was Muhammadu Buhari that.
Buhari that all that.
At the end of the day, you see one way or the other. Somebody will come out to tell you that it's
that Buhari has nothing to offer. He was brought in by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu then for APC to be able to emerge into that seat.
All our politicians out there, we are begging, we are pleading because the masses are really bleeding. We are not just saying it; they are bleeding tirelessly, sir. I don't know if you actually notice it in Nigeria that the masses are crying. Some are not even crying; they are not shedding the tears that you would see. But internally, they are bleeding because things are getting tighter every day in Nigeria. And I think the president is actually watching this. I know you are seeing me, I am seeing you. Sir, please, we are pleading on behalf of the masses.
Even if the president is not seeing you, there are some sort of people that are seeing you at least, can relate it to him.
Sir, we know you are trying your best, but your best is not just enough for now. You really need to buckle up. So the poor masses that actually voted you in as the president will actually enjoy your tenure as the president, because what you wanted was, you said everything was going to be easy. So I still believe that this government is still going to work.
I still believe in their renewal. Let them put things in order.
Well, last but not the least, I have Ramadan. Governor Buni pardons 33 inmates in Yobe.
Well, for him to be able to celebrate this Easter period, I believe pardoning inmate is not really the problem.
It's not the problem.
It's not the problem. Well, looking into the welfare of the inmate is really the problem that I'm thinking of.
This
set of people that you are pardoning, that you are launching back into the society.
What did you do for them?
What did you do for them? What do you expect them to be doing? If care is not taken, this set of people that don't you see a news that was being carried by this station last month? An inmate that was being released. He was there for 2 years. At the end of the day, was released like yesterday. Today again, he was being apprehended of stealing. I was charged for stealing. Now, this set of people that you are launching back to the society, what would they be doing?
Sir, I think mostly why these people repeat the same thing that they do, I think it's the way they handle them while they were still in the cell.
That is why the correctional center needs to be reformed.
They really need to
look at the foreign correctional center. What do we call it? Correctional center.
I was opportune to actually visit one of the prisons in Nigeria, and when I got there, sir, I wouldn't lie, it was an eyesore.
You're talking about the prison in Nigeria. That's why I said it's called correctional center, not where you go at the end of the day. The crime, you still add more experience to the crime that you have been committing.
Why I said it was an eyesore is because if somebody from that place is being released, the person is still going to go back in there. Because the way they were treated, I felt this human sympathy. I felt it for them that even though I don't know what their offenses might be, we know if I to look at almost all the people in that cell, if I had to check, 40% of them are actually innocent. Some people were there just being raided and just
yes, a lot were being
so
there. So
now, these people that you kept there, we are not saying they did not commit the offense. We are not saying they committed the offense, but they are now in your care. The way you take care of them will determine if they will come out and still change their life. Or they will come out and tell you, if I do it, I'm still going back.
It depends on how the government care for them. What are those skills? At least I believe you should be able to launch them into some certain skills.
Yes, handiwork and all that.
Handwork and some other things that they can do that will make them to be engaged. At least if they are able to bring food to their table,
so they will not see themselves as
going back into the crime that they were being apprehended for.
What Governor Maimala Buni has done is actually a great work, but he has done a great deed, and I'm actually happy for those that were released, those 33 people. But sir, you really need to check after them. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say.
I get what you are saying.
You've released them, you need to check after them.
Their welfare should be its own priority.
Because if care is not taken, it will surprise us that these people are still going to go back there. They will still repeat the same offense again. I wouldn't want that to happen in our society anymore. Alright, this is how we'll be ending this review for today. Thank you for joining us on our social media platform. Thank you, Dr. Abba, for always staying true for us. And also our CEO in person of Praise, Dr. Noah Adeleke Oshe. Thank you very much for joining me in the studio, sir.
Thanks for having me.
I would like you to give our viewers
viewers all over the world, I want to appreciate your view over this station. Then once again, please make sure you take care of your health, because health is wealth. No matter what you are doing, find a lot of time to give yourself some rest. If you die today, life goes on, but you will not die before your time. Then make sure you always take Nokpa. It's good for your health.
While you are taking Nokpa, always drink water. Very enough water and Nokpa. Those, you see those two. I don't joke with them. You see my face is fresh. Alright, I remain Odran, your artillery. Until next time, be happy and be good. Bye.